Shashank,
Yeah, Chapman.
I might be away from here, so give me a call if you have any problem or anything is needed, okay?
Sure,
Ah,
sure, sure. So I have created the project. I'm going to start the development part now. Okay. First time it will take time only after open the window. So it will go to setting and everything. Okay. Now very first palette, what was the yesterday we have discussed, right? First you can drag the flow is the palette. So if you drag the flow palette, then whatever the connector which you're placing here only. Example, what palette we have discussed, HTTP palette. Listener, and I selected as a set payload. Okay, this is the set payload. Now this is nothing but a flow. In the flow, we are going to adding combination of palettes, nothing but a multiple palettes. Based upon the requirement, we are going to selecting the palettes and we can design the flow. This is nothing but a flow. Okay, in the MuleSoft point of view, okay, there are three types of flows. Three types of flows. Okay, one is main flow, second one is subflow, third one is private flow. Okay, one is main flow, subflow, private flow. What is main flow, subflow, private flow means? Because main flow is the responsible to collect the data and it is going to be handed out to the process. Okay, process. In the process, we are going to configure multiple palettes. And there is a palette called subflow. In the subflow, here you can see only plain text box is available. Here there is no source only. Only process is available. Only process means only business logic. Process is the purpose of to write your business logic. Only process is available. There is no subflow. There is no capable to communicate the source system to collect the data. And another palette flow called private flow. Private flow means there is no private flow related separate palette. Okay, drag flow palette, and if you drag the flow palette, what are the options? Source and process and error handling, right? Then only keep process only, keep it as source as empty. Okay, what is the necessity of? I will let you know. First, there are three types of flows. First is main flow, second one is subflow, third one is private flow. Main flow have a source, process, error handling mechanism. Okay, error handling mechanism. Subflow only process, there is no source, there is no error handling. But private flow, there is no particularly private flow. Flow palette is available. Drag the flow palette. If we drag the flow palette, there are three options. But source, don't keep it any connector. Keep it as empty. Only process you can configure. Error handling, if you want, you can configure. This flow nothing but a private flow. So what is the necessity of three flows means? To reduce the complexity, to improve the performance. Because I am going to design one flow. Maybe that includes 50 palettes are available. So by using 50 palettes, I am going to design flow. But because that is very big flow, I want to design. If you are going to segregate parts or chunks, so that you can easily understand the requirement. If any exception occur also, so that you can easily identify where it got error, why it got error. So that is the reason they are going to differentiate as the three flows only. But only main flow is the responsible to collect the data. After collecting, you can choose either subflow or private flow. This is the advantage of the flows only. So same kind of logic if you want to maintain main flow also. But if any exception occur, that will impact in the entire flow. So that is the reason to reduce the complexity and improve the performance. They asked me to, they introduced as a three types of flows. Means this logic I'm going to maintain this flow. This logic I'm going to maintain this flow. If any exception occur, you are going to concentrate on particular flow only. You won't consider the rest of the two flows only. So that is the reason they are going to do the three flows only. Any doubt here? Okay. Then what is the exact difference between subflow and private flow? Because in subflow we are writing the only logic. In private flow also we are going to write the only logic. Anyway, source option is available, but we are not defining source. But what is the advantage, right? Because if we want to communicate from one flow to other flow, from this flow to this flow, this flow to this flow, there is a palette called flow reference is the palette. Flow reference is the palette. By using flow reference, I am going to communicate any one of the flow. Okay, if example, if we are not defining any private flow, only main flow is the responsible to collect the data and it is going to be handed out to the sub process. In the sub process, you are writing some business logic. If any exception occur while executing the business logic list of the palettes, so subflow simply hand out to the main flow only. And main flow itself, it is going to be handled the exception. But when it comes to the private flow, if any exception occur, there is a provision to define exception. Okay, then you can handle private flow itself only. Error handle, it won't hand out to the main flow. So it means it improves the performance. That is the reason they are going to introduce. If you want, you can hand over main flow also, or else if you want to handle your own, then drag the private flow. Private flow itself, it is going to be handle that exception, and it won't hand out to the exception issue in the main flow. That is also one more reason to choose main flow, private flow. But most of the people are selecting the private flows only because very less small business logic, then they're going to selecting as a subflow. This is the main advantage of the main flow, subflow, private flow. How we are going to communicate from one flow to other flow means by using flow reference, we are going to communicate from one flow to other flow. This is the advantage of the main flow, subflow, private flow. Main flow have a source is available, process is available, as well as error handling. Everything it is available. Then subflow, there is no source and there is no process, error handling. Only process is available. Private flow, there is no separate palette. Just drag the flow palette and it is include the source, but we are not defining the source. Keep it as empty, and you are going to define only process and error handling. Then the flow becoming as a private flow. What is the advantage of free flows means? To reduce the complexity, to improve the performance, so that if any exception occur, we are able to find out where it got error or why it got error. We can easily resolve instead of checking from here. You can directly go here and we can concentrate. It won't impact in the this flow and this flow. How we are going to communicate from one flow to other flow? By using flow reference, we are going to communicate from one flow to other flow. This is the advantage of the main flow, subflow, private flow. Any doubt here? Okay. Okay, I'm going to run the flow. I'm going to show you the results also. Okay. Now, yesterday I have selected the set payload from here on. What is set payload here? First of all, we want to know what is set payload. Payload is nothing but a body. The general term we are discussing as a body, we are sending the data to via body, but in MuleSoft point of view, they are calling it a set payload. Set payload means payload is a body. We are setting the data to the payload. We are setting the data into the body. So that is the reason they are calling as a body. Actually, if you are sending source system or target system, they are receiving the data. There are header part, footer part, body only. So headers, they are sending as a input parameters, like example, username, passwords, phone numbers. These are the header part they are sending. Body always dynamically. Footer is optional. Body always dynamically. If you are receiving the invoice, what information it includes? Your first name, last name, your mail ID, phone numbers, etc., etc. And then the same kind of invoice if I'm receiving from the Amazon also, first name, last name, the keys are constant, values are dynamically. Okay, keys always constant. In the first name, if I'm purchasing from Amazon, in the first name column, my name is available. Invoice structure is same. The header part is same. Only the values are dynamically. Keys are always constant. Here, body is always dynamically. Whatever the thing which I purchase, that is going to be displayed. So body always dynamically. The general term we are calling as a body. In the integration MuleSoft term, they are calling as a payload. So set payload means you are setting something. You are setting the body. The same body you are going to return to the target system or source system, or else source system sending the data via body, we are consuming the body. So that is mutual communication. If they are requesting, do you have some information in the body, can you please send me? Then we are setting some information and return back to the source system or target system. And source system sending the data via body, and we are consuming the data, we are using the set payload palette. There are mutual communications. Based upon the requirement, we need to select the corresponding palette. Now set payload is nothing but you are setting the something in the body. What data? Example, this is also I'm going to explain first. This is I am fine example. I have set the some information, I am fine. They are sending the request, MuleSoft receiving the request, and we are returned back to the whatever the content which I have returned. The same way, that is what yesterday we have discussed. Now whatever the thing which I have defined here, okay, now I'm going to drag it in the, keep it in the set payload. Now MuleSoft source systems postman send a request, MuleSoft is receiving, then again send to the request to the flow reference. Flow reference, it is going to be called to the subflow. How it is going to be called to the subflow means, the flow reference if you select, there is a drop down option is available, flow name. If you select the flow name, then it displays the list of names of the flow. What is the name of the flow? In the top left side top corner, name of the flow is going to be available. This is the name of the flow, and this is the name of the flow. Okay, which flow name you want to select? This is the subflow, right? Project 1 subflow. You are going to select in project 1 subflow. So once request received from the source system, HTTP listener is receiving, and the request is going to hand out the flow reference. In the flow reference, I was selecting as a subflow. The same request is going to be carried to this one. And whatever the output is going to be available, this subflow is going to be again returned back to the flow reference. Flow reference again return back to the HTTP listener. Listener always come into the source system, right? The output is going to be displayed here. This is how it is going to be executing main flow, subflow. So flow reference is the palette to communicate from one flow to other flow. Okay, now I'm going to establish the connection. Plus symbol, localhost. Okay, and if you want, by default 8081, if you want, you can change the port number as well. But keep change the port number. The thing is, right, by default 8081, if you are going to run the same port number a couple of times, the same, because sometimes you are facing an issue called port already used and binding issue. Because internally server is available, the same port number if it is going to be running, it is going to be storing in the local registry only. So that is the reason sometimes we are facing the port related issue. To avoid this one, change the port number, but real time they are given the only one port number and we won't face any issue. Okay, now path, you have to give the path test. Now this is the path is now. Now run the flow. Run flow. First time it will take time, then next time it won't take much time. Build success, still it is running now.
One quick question.
Yeah, tell me.
Do you have any palette like flow order?
Flow order means? I didn't understand the one.
Like let's say for example, we have flow reference, right? Which means like if there is many subflows, I have to use this palette every time I need to invoke that flow, right?
Yes.
But in IAB, what happens is like we have flow order where we can say that the first flow should take this one. Once that is complete, then it should take the other next flow.
Here there is no that kind of mechanism, but if you want to select the multiple flows, you can select the multiple flow reference only.
Okay.
Order kind of mechanism, there is no means. Example, I have it two private flows. We need to select altogether 2 plus 2, 4, right? Flow reference is available, but it's working like a sequential. Flow reference is going to be executed. Then the whatever the subflow or private flow if you have selected, right? That output is going to be carried to the next. Executing like a sequentially.
Sequentially. Okay. George, thank you.
Okay. Now application has been deployed. Now send a request. Example, this is the postman is the editor. I told you right yesterday. Delete this one. Establish the connection. Just select the plus option. By default, get option is available. Okay. In future, we are going to cover the get, post, put, and delete. These are the methods only. Okay, that I'm going to let you know. This is the HTTP listener. What is the port number? HTTP localhost 7489. I'm passing 7489. Sorry. Pass as a test. Now send a request. You get the output. I am fine. Okay, I am fine because listener is receiving flow reference and called as subflow, getting the output. Okay, but anyway, finally you are receiving the output. But I want to know detail. I want to know detail how we call the internal flow from flow reference to subflow. I want to know detail. Then running as a debug mode is options available. So if you run as a run mode, example, run mode, finally it is going to be execute all the list of pallets and finally it is returning as a final output only. But I have a 10 pallets is available, example, but I want to know each pallet how it works internally, how the data is going to be carried, because as per the requirement you have defined some logic or everything, whether it is working or not. I want to know detail only, then run as a debug mode. So if you want to run as a debug mode, first initially stop the flow. Currently it is running mode only. Now stop. If you want to console clear the console. This is the option. Currently empty. So run as a debug mode. There is an option called debug, means detail it is going to be executed. Okay, each pallet how it works internally. If you want to run as a debug mode, first we need to select the breakpoint from where you want to run as a or from where you want to know as a detail. Means example, I want to know from here, then put the breakpoint. How to put the breakpoint? Right click on the pallet, toggle breakpoint is option is available. Select this one. Control S. If you want to remove the breakpoint, again right click, toggle breakpoint, remove the breakpoint. Don't put the breakpoint in the source. If you put the breakpoint in the source, flow got stuck up, it won't communicate the source system to get the data. So in the source is always, it should be an active. It's going to always communicate the source system to collect the data. After collecting the data, we are going to write the business logic. So please remember, don't put any breakpoint to the source. Put the breakpoint after source, from wherever you want, you can put the breakpoint. Okay, now I'm going to put the breakpoint in the flow reference. Toggle breakpoint. What is the use of breakpoint means? Now source system send a request. Example, now you want to test and you want to know detail. If you send a request from the postman, so after postman, what we are receiving finally without breakpoint, without debug mode, we are receiving the output. Now put the breakpoint means flow gets stopped from here only, and control with you. If you are triggering the next option, the flow is going to move to the next pallet. Otherwise, flow it won't move to the next pallet. Okay, now I have selected the breakpoint in the flow reference. Right click, run as a debug mode. The same way yesterday I told you, right? If you want to run as here also, you can run debug operation. Okay, this is the operation in the flow here only. This is the one, debug mode. Select this one, run as debug mode. This is the lengthy process. This is the shortcut one, run as a debug mode. Now it is running in the debug mode option. See, it is asking for the debug window. Currently we are in the design window. Now it is asking for the debug window. Do I need to move to the debug window? So it is asking the debug perspective. If you click on yes, now you can see currently we are here only. This is design mode. If you click on yes, now you can see move to this one only. If you see, this is the mule debug mode. This is the mule design mode. Design mode means we are designing development mode, and now I have selected as yes, it is moved to the debug mode. Come back to here. Now window like this only. If you want to keep it as a proper shape, just drag it and keep it as one place, because after click on debug mode it is going to be shuffle. So keep it as one place and everything. Total. Now console has been deployed your application. Now go back to the mule debugger. You can verify currently it is an empty. Okay, currently it is an empty. Now you can send a request. Click on send. Now go back to studio and verify flow got stuck up here only because of you put the breakpoint and it won't move to the next pallet until unless you are not triggering. Once how we are going to trigger, right? I want to move to the next pallet. Here next processor is available. Shortcut is F6 also you can select, or else this is a cursor move also it is available. If you go to the next processor, then come back to here. After set payload there is no pallet, means flow is going to be ended. The after set payload pallet is available, then it is going to move to the next pallet only. Now next pallet flow is going to be ended. Now you are receiving the output. Now I want to know, I want to verify here only output and everything. Again you can send a request. Go back here. Currently flow reference is the palette showing here, and this is the one dynamic ID it is going to be generated, and click on next. You can see currently it is here. What is the payload data? Currently it is an empty. Here we can see the output only. The next pallet is not available, right? So that is the reason. Still this pallet is not yet executed. Flow got stuck up here only. If you click on next processor, this pallet is going to be executed. Still not yet executed. Click on next. So completely flow come. There is no next pallet, right? Flow ended. Output is going to be displayed here only. But I want to see the output from there in the debug mode. And come back. You can select example. One more set payload here. I am hello, how are you? Okay, now only one time start the server. Every time if we modify, restart it only. See, automatically restart the server. If you want to stop the server, you can click on this one. Server is going to be stopping, or else right click, stop the server. Both are same. Now the same flow, I am going to send the request. It is asking for the debug mode window. Yes. Coming back to here. Next processor. Coming back to flow reference. I have selected one more pallet, right? Now you can see the payload data is currently nothing is available, but still set payload is not yet executed. Flow got stuck up over there, but not yet executed. Then click on next processor. Now you can see the payload data. I am fine is available. So this payload, first payload I have written, I am fine. I am fine. Now come back to design debug mode. Where is currently flow? Currently here, but not yet executed. Now next processor. After set payload there is no output, right? There is no pallet. Flow ended. Then the output is going to be displayed. So I told you, right? Body data always overriding. So body data it won't constant. It won't maintain constant. Always overriding. So whatever this payload data executed, and this output is going to be carried to this pallet, and it is going to be executed, and this is the final output, and we can display it here only. This is how internally it is going to be working, and you want to know detail, selecting as a debug mode so that you can execute parallelly, and you can able to see each pallet output, in and output. What is the before pallet returning to the next pallet? After execution of this one, what it is going to be executed, what is going to return to the next pallet. Like this, you want to know detail, then go for as a debug mode. Breakpoint is optional. Wherever you want, you can put it, but don't put the breakpoint in the source. keep. After source process, wherever you want, you can put the breakpoint. Clear? Any doubt here? Okay, now this is the place where we are going to designing mule flows. Okay, here in the down there are 3 tabs are available. One is message flow, where we are going to designing our mule flows only. Another one is global elements. In the global elements part is all the connection information, whatever the connector related information which you are selecting in the message flow, that connector information will be storing in here only. Global configuration, this means this is the globally you are going to creating. The same connection if you want to use it multiple flows also, but single project. Single project I want to use multiple ports also, same connection we can reuse it. So that is the reason they are mentioning as a global configuration. And you want to create connection from here also, you can create it. HTTP listener, right? So you can create a HTTP listener and you can change the port number and you can create it one more connection. See, now I can go back and verify connection is available here also. Drop down, there are 2 connections. Okay, now currently 2 connections are available, and I don't want to continue 2 connections. I want to continue as only one connection. Then there is no delete option. Just to go back to again, go back to the global elements. Okay, which connection you want, you can select, and rest you don't want, right? Select the one, delete this one. It is going to be deleted. All the connection related information which is going to storing under global elements. In the message flow, where we are going to design the mule flows, global elements, connection informations. And when it comes to the configuration XML, come back to the configuration XML. So this is the XML structure. Whatever the palettes which you are selecting here, that related XML tags are generating backend only in the configuration XML. Okay, you can see, please verify here also. Currently, what is the flow name? Project 1 flow. You can go and verify here. Project 1 flow is available. Project 1 flow. Okay, what palettes we have selected? HTTP listener palette. Each palette that related corresponding XML tags are generated backend. Each palette that related corresponding XML tags are generated automatically. Automatically, system itself is going to be generating XML tag. I'm writing something. Okay, that related XML tags are generating in the backend only. Then what palette is available? Flow reference is the palette. Then you can go and verify flow reference. Now we have selected the set payload. Now it is subflow. Now you can go and verify. This is the subflow. What is the name of the flow? This is the project 1 flow. And this is the palette set payload. If you want to modify here also, example, I am doing something, Control S, automatically the reflection will be happen in the message flow also. If you want, you can see here. See. So whatever the changes you are doing in the message flow, automatically it is going to be reflected in the configuration XML. And if you are going to modify something in the configuration as well, that is going to reflect in the message flow also. Each palette, whatever the palette, example, this is the variable, and you can save and go and verify after set variable is available. You can see and expand it. So each palette, one XML tag is generated backend, so that we can reuse this XML tag also. Example, you are designing one flow. Okay, now just remove this one. You are designing something, whatever the requirement you are designing, you want to share this project to one of your colleague or team or anybody. Then what to do? Example, one option is right click on the project, export. Okay, go back to Mule, and here Anypoint Studio option is available. Select this one. Here in this location, it is going to be converting as a jar file. It is going to be converting as a jar file. Okay, so take the jar file and hand out to your friend or colleague, anybody. So this is the, if you want to converting as a jar file, entire structure is going to be, entire project structure is going to be sharing to your friend or colleague, because this is the standard structure. So if I'm going to create one more project in my mission also, this is the standard, and your friend or colleague or manager, whatever it may be, they are also, this is a standard structure. But instead of sharing entire project, I want to share only, because this entire project only one flow you have defined, you have designed. Again, instead of sharing this one entire project, just go back to configuration XML, whatever the flow which you have selected, Just select the XML tags, Control A, Control C, and keep it somewhere. Example, you can save the as XML extension. You can send a mail to him only. Again, your friend create one more project here. Example flow, new project. Select some project 2. Click on finish. Because he is going to importing whatever the project which you have shared to him only. Okay, this is the project which I have shared. Currently it is empty, message flow and everything is empty. Okay, currently empty, right? This is the empty and the global elements also empty. Configuration XML is the default XML tag. This is also default XML tag. Okay, whatever the XML tags, just Control A, delete, and Control A, Control C. Keep it here, Control V, yes, Control yes. Automatically flow is going to be generated here. Instead of sharing entire project, just to share a XML file. So the same XML he is going to importing in the configuration XML. The flow is going to be automatically reflected here. See, you can see there is no change on it. See, this is the things. Everything is going to be displayed here on flow reference. Like this, we are going to exchange the data from one flow to other flow also. This is the advantage of this configuration. Whatever the palette which you are selecting, that correspond XML tags are generated in the backend, so that we can reuse the data. And currently you have selected this palette, but for timing I don't want to use this palette. I want to use in feature. So instead of deleting this palette, go back to XML, configuration XML. Just whatever the palette you don't want, right? Just to select this palette name, Control Shift question mark, then commented. The palette is not visible here. You can see it's not visible. I want to revert it, again revert it. And I don't want subflow also. Just to select the subflow. Sorry, select the subflow. Control Shift question mark. This is the commented. Okay. Something happened. Okay, the reference is available, right? Flow reference. So that is the reason. Okay. See, now subflow is not available. So flow reference is available, right? The reference is missing, so that is the reason it's throwing an error on it. So this is the commented one. Currently I don't want to use. In future it is required maybe. So instead of deleting, you can put the comment. Then if you after that if you don't want, remove the comment so that the flow is going to be displayed over there. See, like this, we are going to converting as XML files in the backend. Any doubt here? And you have created the subflow here. You have created the subflow. I don't want to create it here. I want creating as a separate. You can create it only. So SRC main app, right click, new configuration file. Okay, if you want, you can select the subflow. Example subflow. This is the subflow. Okay. Now whatever the flow which you have created, right? This is the one. I don't want to create here only. I want create it separately. Just right click or copy paste also you can do that. Just create. You can create subflow. Set payload. You are writing something. Just right now. This is the one. It is going to point to the flow reference, right? You can see the drop down. Which project I have created? Project 1. Okay, project 1 I have created. Okay, I was confused. Just close off. Okay, where I have created here. Okay. This was missing. Then right click, new configuration file. Then subflow. Okay, finish. And drag the one subflow here. And insert the subflow, select the set payload. Sorry. Function remove. This one also I'm going to explain. Next one. Okay, this flow reference is going to be pointing. You can expand the flow. This is subflow. subflow 1. You can see the name of the flow. What is the name of the flow? Subflow of subflow. Okay, now you are selecting subflow, but I want to double check, means right click on the flow, go to reference flow. So it's going to point to this flow, because in the drop down there are list of subflows, subprivate flows are available. Sometimes we are unfortunately we are selecting wrong flow. Maybe if you are selecting wrong flow, data is going to mismatching. So that is the reason after selecting the subflow, just double check, right click, go to reference flow. Shortcut is F3. Just instead of selecting right click, select this one, click on F3. It is going to move to the next flow. So that is up to your shortcut or right click on this one. So this is how we can create. There is no restrictions. If you want, you can create n number of flows in the left side project main configuration XML. So usually we are creating only in the main flow, only references only. Everything business logics, everything should be configured in the left side only. Only references we are creating here only. So that you can easily identify if any exception occur, like any flow. Like if you are facing any flow, then you should concentrate only this flow only. So you won't concentrate on the rest of the flows, so that you can improve the performance to reduce the complexity. That is the reason we are going to introduce as a main flow, subflow, private flows only. And the left side also you can create n number of flows. There is no restrictions. Any doubt here? Okay. Now come back to here. First, I'm going to select in the set payload. Usually, select the set payload. Okay. Always it is available here. Fx is the function, and hash bracket payload is available. I told you that payload is nothing but a body. This is the nothing but a hash, means example hash bracket. This is nothing but a mule expression language. The purpose of this one, because every time I'm going to writing is here, writing as a hard coded. I am find something. In real time, we are not writing any hard coded thing. Everything should be dynamically. If we want to consume as a dynamically, you want to passing as a dynamically. So within the hash bracket only, we are going to define. There is a syntax are available. By using those syntax, we are going to consuming or defining as a dynamically. So this is nothing but a mule expression language. By using mule expression language, we are going to writing something. So example, by default, hash mule expression language, what is available here? Payload is available. Example, in the payload, if you want, you can pass, because currently I'm writing I am fine only. If you want big files also, you can pass it only. Example, you can take any sample files. Anything is available, I think. This is the file. If you want to pass also, you can pass it only. Just go back here. Currently, this is the default structure, but I want to pass as a in the body one big file. How to pass, right? Expand this one. Okay, it is going to view one window. By default, payload is available. You want to revert it, done, revert it one. But currently I want to pass as a big file. Then expand, remove this one, and done. Click on done. The file is going to be available. Within the expression means, I told you that mule expression language. Within the bracket there is a syntax, I will let you know. But within the expression, only syntax only going to be accepted. But you are passing one big file. So remove the syntax, that expression syntax. If you click on FX, syntax is not available. Only whatever the file which you are pasted, that file is going to be available. I want to see the again file, then enable the effects. Click on this one, the graphical view window. This is nothing but a graphical view window. Okay, show graphical view. It is going to be displayed. Now if you want to modify something, modify, Control S save, click on done. Now you can run the flow. The entire content is going to be populated here only. You can able to see, or you are going to return to the source and target system. This is nothing but a function option. Okay, this is nothing but a function option. So if you want, you can revert it. Without revert, if your revert means that it comes under expression. We are not within the expression, we are not passing any hard coded data, only syntactical dynamical syntax only. there is a mail syntax is available. I will let you know. Only syntax we are going to define within the expression. So, but now I am passing the hard coded data, but system it won't support. So that is the reason I'm going to remove the hard expression. See, this is the expression, hash bracket is the expression. So I don't want to use the expression, remove this one, and this is the file is going to be executed and returned to the wherever you want, either source or target, you can return the data. So big files also we can pass it by using set payload, or we can consume also. There is no restriction to pass this much file only. Any big files also you can pass it on. Any doubt here? Okay, the same way if you want to implement as a private flow also, generally private flow means there is no private flow palette, just drag the flow palette. Okay, now put one set payload here, drag the set payload, sorry, okay, set payload, and this is the private flow, and you want pass, you can remove the function symbol, whatever the content you want you can write it, and this is the function. Now syntax is available. I don't want syntax, I want my own content, then I am fine, write it. Anything content. Okay, then that is up to your wish, debug mode or normal mode. Anyway, currently it is in debug mode only. Okay, still running I believe. Someday it will take time. Just to stop the flow, terminate the flow, then clear the console, right click, run as debug mode, normal mode or debug mode, that is up to your wish. Okay, now deploy. Now you can send a request. What did the request do? Same I believe. Now go back to here, same. See, I am fine is available. Whatever the thing which I have written, right? See, I am fine, this is available. Is the one or anything, something went wrong? Okay. Subflow, it is going to point to subflow only. Now we are selecting private flow, right? So that is the reason data mismatching. Now I can see project 1, project flow. This is the one which you are selecting. Now we can restart it. Now deploy, send the request. Now you can see the data. I am fine. So there is no difference, only the difference is in the subflow. If any exception occur, and if there is no capable to handle that exception, simply hand out to the main flow. But the same situation will happen in the private flow. There is a provision to error handling. If you want, you can handle, and you don't want to send back to the main flow, because we have a 3 flows only. If every time we send back to the main flow to error, because that is improve the performance, it reduce the performance only. So we can handle my private flow itself only, so it improve the performance. So that is the reason they are going to introduce the 3 flows only: main flow, subflow, private flow. Based upon your requirement, we need to select either one of the flow only. But main flow have a full rights to communicate the source system, to collect the data. This is internally we are selecting. Internally we are selecting as a subflow or private flow only, because of your best practice. So because they don't know what is subflow, private flow, main flow only, they are simply sending the data For internally, we are optimizing for all our code to improve the performance, to reduce the complexity. Any doubt here? Okay, now you are defining something in the set payload. What you are defining? I am fine. And whatever the data which you are defining, I want to consume in the another subflow. Because example, this is the another set payload. You are defining here whatever example I am fine or something big files also. The same file I am going to consuming here. Okay, the consuming, right? The dynamically, everything should be dynamically, right? Means or support the language called MEL expression. Within the MEL expression language. Within the MEL expression, we are going to write the syntax. The syntax is payload. So whatever the payload data, whatever the content which you are defining here, the same payload data I want to consuming here. Then you can simply write within the bracket payload, so that you can automatically populate it here only. Okay, automatically populated here. You want to know, just to stop the flow, run as debug mode. Put the breakpoint, run as debug mode. Put the breakpoint. This is the one. Run as debug mode. This is the debug window. This is the hard-coded one, and this is the dynamic one, the payload. Because we have not modified anything, only just I'm saying keep it as it is. So whatever the thing which you are defined here, automatically populated here only as a dynamic one. Now application has been deployed. Now you can send a request. Okay, whatever. So coming back to here, now you can see mail debugger. Next, coming to here, whatever, something like that. Now you can see I am fine. It is going to be carry here. So it is going to be carry. See, same output is going to be displayed. So you are setting something in the payload. The same payload data I'm going to reuse it in the under set payload. Then MEL expression syntax is payload is the syntax. So if I define simply payload data is going to be carried to the multiple places. Not only here, any subflow, private flow, anywhere. So if I defining somewhere, the same data you are going to consuming multiple places. So you are defining where you are defining the set payload you are defining. But this data I'm going to carry to the multiple places. Then simply within the bracket you are writing payload data. Hash, this is the syntax. Within the bracket only allowing syntax only. This is the predefined syntax which you should follow. Before, I don't want to syntax, I want my own content. Just uncheck the effects, you can write it whatever content you want. But now I want as my syntax only, dynamically. What is the MEL expression is supporting? Dynamically if you want to consuming. This is the dynamical one. And this is the static one. This is the one static one which I have defined my own content. But whatever the content which I have defined, I want to reuse it here, then use as a payload. This is how we are going to consuming the data from one palette to other palette. Any doubt here? So today we have covered what is main flow, subflow, private flow, how we are going to communicate in from one flow to other flow, flow reference. Flow reference, don't think like a flow reference always keeping in the main flow. Wherever you want, you can put it on it, because from private flow to, if you want, you can call to subflow also. Private flow to subflow also you can call. Okay. Flow reference, select the flow reference here. This flow reference always point into this subflow. Example, This is the subflow. Okay, one flow reference. This is the main flow which are defined. Flow reference is going to call to the private flow. Internally, this private flow point into this subflow. Again, subflow. If you want, you can select one more flow reference also. So don't think like a flow reference always allowing the main flow. Flow reference wherever you want, you can put it only. Means the purpose of flow reference is if we want to call from one flow to other flow, flow reference is needed. And also flow reference by default behavior is synchronous behavior. Synchronous means, example, if you are selecting lock palette against set payload or something, okay, anything, any pallets if you are selecting here, how it works internally, first the request is coming from here, handout to here. This flow reference is going to be called to, example, this private flow, and waiting for the response. After receiving the response only, then only next pallet is going to be executed. Okay, if it will take 5 minutes also, the next pallet is won't executed until unless flow reference is won't receive, not receiving the output from the any one of the either subflow or private flow, this won't, the next pallets won't executed. So by default, flow reference behavior is a synchronous behavior. Based upon the flow, whatever the flow which you are selected in the drop down, the corresponding flow is going to be executed. After receiving the output, then next pallet is going to be executed. So flow reference, wherever you want, you can put it. Don't think like a flow reference is going to be allowing only main flow only. It is wherever you want, either subflow to private flow to subflow, main flow to subflow, main flow to private flow. Wherever you want, you can put it only flow reference. So the purpose of this one is to reduce the complexity, to improve the performance. MuleSoft introduced the flows, 3 types of flows only. Okay, then set payload is nothing but a body where you are defining something. If you want consuming the next pallet the same output, by default the syntax is payload is the syntax. So if you select the effects means that is the syntax where we are defined. If you are not selecting the effects, then you can write it as a whatever the content you want. So that is the difference, and these are 3 tabs are available. One is message flow, global elements, and configuration XML. Message flow means where we are defining all your message flow images palettes only. That a configuration XML, that corresponding XML tags are generated. So that it will, wherever you want to exchange the flow from one project to the project, or wherever you want to share your project, then simply instead of sharing an entire project, go to the configuration XML, copy configuration XML and save it as XML file, so that you can directly import and copy paste it only, so that automatically generate the flow. These are the topics which I covered today. Do you have any doubt? You can let me know. I'm going to clarify. Okay, if you are fine, I'm closing today. We'll meet you tomorrow, same time, whatever we connected yesterday.
That would be our Saturday evening 8 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
Can it possible 7 p.m. Devi tomorrow?
Can consultants, like, it's up to them, Shashank.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
No, consultants, like if they are okay, I'm fine with it.
Oh, that's what I'm asking you. If your guys are fine 7 p.m. tomorrow, sorry, today for you today, then I'm going to connect 7 p.m. I'm asking you all.
Yeah. Can everybody confirm that 7 p.m. Eastern time? Hello? Is anyone there?
Yes.
Yeah, 7 p.m.
Yeah, for me 4 p.m. it's fine.
Okay.
Sunday.
And Kalpana? Prasanna, Kalpana, Aman, Chandra?
So Neha, so this is Chandra. So are we going to have a class like Saturday 5 p.m.?
No. Saturday 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Saturday 7 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. All right.
So can we confirm the timing?
Yes.
Aman?
No, that is what we can.
Yeah, that is fine. Just
Session?
We can maintain at 7 p.m. Every week. That is fine for me.
Okay.
So 8 of 8, 7 p.m. fine for me.
Okay. 8 a.m. and 7 p.m.
Hmm.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, fine, right? Tomorrow. So for me, tomorrow, for you today only. Okay,
Or at
sorry.
7 p.m. we can
Okay.
meet again. Yeah. Thanks, Shashank.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. See you. Bye.